Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Abhishek Adswar of SB Patil Institute of Management MBA first year, and today we are going to discuss about my topic for the day, which is concept of economy. So, what is economy? An economy is a complex system of interrelated production, consumption, and exchange activities that ultimately determine how resources are allocated among different participants. An economic system is the one which is comprised of the people, the organizations, and the government, which take decisions together to for the allocation of the resources. Economics is a social science which deals with the production, consumption, and distribution of goods and services which combine to fulfill the needs of living and operating of those within the economy. Economics also tells us about the decisions that are taken about what to produce, how to produce, and how does it get distributed among the whole society. Now, for example, let's take a look at the current economy of India. As we see in this graph, India has recently become the world's fastest growing economy with a GDP growth rate of 8.7 and has become one of the major economies in the world. We know GDP, which is the gross domestic product, is the monetary measure of market value of all final goods and services produced and sold in a specific time. The fact that China, whose economy is 5 times bigger than India and still has a growth rate lower than that of India, shows how much we can improve. Now there are 3 different types of economy that we are going to study about. First is the capitalist economy, second is the socialist economy, and the third one is the mixed economy. The first one that we are going to talk about is the capitalist economy. This is an economic system where the means of production are owned by private companies and operated only for profit. The country's trade and industry are controlled and owned by private owners, and their aim is to get profit. All the decisions that are made by each owner is profit oriented. The decisions related to production, distribution of goods and services, and prices for the products are all based on the competition of the market. Some examples of these type of economic systems exist in Western countries like US and UK. The land, capital, machinery, technology, etc. here are owned by few people. It is called the capitalist class. Most of the people work in companies and owned by these private organizations. The second point that we are going to look at is the socialist economy. This is an economic system where the means of production like land, capital, and other etc. are owned by the state and operate for the welfare of the society. Such an economy exists in countries like USSR and China. There is no private ownership in these countries. The country's trade industry are controlled and owned by the public sector enterprise for the main goal of public welfare and general interests. Decisions related to production, distribution of goods, and the prices of products are again for this general welfare. The prime objective of the social economy is the social equality for everyone and according to the contribution of society. Hence, it can be said that the benefit of the society is the main objective of this system. All the profit goes to the state and the welfare of the people is an economic development. The land, capital, machinery and technology, etc. are owned by the state. Every citizen is an employer, and this type of economy is also known as the market socialized. It exists only as public sector. And now lastly, we are going to talk about the mixed economy. So this is an economy where the public sector as well as the private sector both exist together, meaning the means of production are owned by both. The part of country's trade and industry is controlled and owned by private sector, but it has to prevail the laws which are given by the government. It has to follow the guidelines which are laid down by the public sector. The government of the country intervenes to avoid any undue use or concentration of economic power and exploitation of public by monopolists. Whereas some enterprises are controlled and owned directly by the government. Decisions related to production, distribution of goods and prices for the products are determined according to the market structure, but under the prevailing rules only. Profit motive along with development of society are the two main objectives of this system of economy. Some examples of countries where this system exists are India and many various other countries. And with that, I would like to conclude today's video. I hope you found it informative and thank you for watching.